Hello again, Dan back with another episode of Living Underground, Going Underground, whatever you want to call it. um, just to show you a little guided tour so far of where the base is up to at the moment. The little incinerator there. I've made some glass and I've used it to expand the ceiling on the tree farm. I've got some more glass up on the ceiling here. Cow farm is going rather well there. I've moved everything I had all the cows in individual pens and they kept on hopping out, so I've put them all back in one large pen over there. This is where I've been digging out to get the sand. I realised that there was a river here, and there's usually sand underneath the water, so I've just been digging out in fairly random directions and just sort of, if I find sand I excavate, and if and so there's quite a lot of sand, quite a fair few stacks of sand have been recovered from down here. I might go and explore in that direction at some point fairly soon. I've tidied up the walls, made everything fairly sort of square, and got rid of some of the uneven corners. Down towards the mine and the wheat farm. The wheat farm is going rather well, as you can see. Everything is fully growing. Now I've decided I'm going to start getting. I'm going to build myself an enchantment table. And to surround it with bookcases, I'm going to need lots and lots of reeds to make the books. So because I've got the cow farm going quite nicely, I'm not using this pool for fishing anymore. So I've decided to fill it in and just use it to grow reeds, and I'll use those to make bookcases. And then as we head down into the mine, I've done a little bit more mining, expanded a few tunnels, not really found an awful lot. I've been on a bit of a coal hunt. I haven't really got enough coal, but that's the style of the mine that I'm doing at the moment, sort of tunnels, a tunnel with 3 blocks in between and then another tunnel sort of higher up, interlocking, overlapping each other, so there's not a lot of there's an awful lot of slimes down here. This cave is in a slime chunk, which is rather good. I get an awful lot of slime balls. No use for slime balls at all at the moment. I might make the wheat farm into an automatic wheat farm. I might do something with redstone and sticky pistons. It is rather frustrating that I can hear the slimes, but I can't always work out exactly where they are. Now this is a tunnel that I've dug out to the spider spawner that I've found, and what I'm going to do now is just expand this room under here and make sure that this spider spawner is in a situation where I can easily get to the spiders, but they can't obviously fall down through the holes. Make sure there aren't any sort of 2x2 holes for them to fall through, but there's plenty of gaps for me to reach up and kill them from underneath. As we head down towards this other cave that I've discovered, this is the first cave that I discovered. There's a skeleton spawner up here. I wonder if I can. I think ultimately I'll turn this into a proper mob XP farm. You know, with the skeletons, I think going up, being drawn up with water and then across and then back down again, and I can just sort of stand in the collection point. But in the meantime, let's just see if I can do something here where I can just get to them through a little gap and just kill them manually. Didn't take them long to wake up, did it? That's the problem with a skeleton farm like this, is that they can get you. Perfectly safe from the spiders being underneath them. You can get a bit of XP doing this. You can't always gather all the bones and arrows unless you venture a little bit further in, but it's inconvenient, isn't it? So I'll have to revisit that. Right, I'm going to explore this little cave. Oh, there's a creeper there. Hello, creeper. At least I've had time now to see you. Going for a swim. Phew. He gave me a chance to kill him. They don't all do that. Right, let's see if I can explore this cave area a little bit. I can never resist trying to get a little bit of iron. Even though it's probably coal that I need more. I always have to mine every little bit of iron. Yo! And that's why they call them creepers. Now this is me playing on version 1.1 now, and the effectiveness of armour has been changed, so that's why that creeper took me down to 1.5 hearts. Always have food on you, folks. Let's try and light up. I wonder where that creeper came from. Did he come out of there? Let's see if I can make some of the higher areas of this cave, this ravine, a little bit safer. Hey, more iron. Well, there wasn't that much of a space for him to come through there, but I suppose it's dark enough, he can spawn in there, can't he? Right, it might have a bit more space for creepers to come from up there as well. And skeletons too, it looks like. Where's he coming from? Alright, I'll leave that for now. Yeah, not safe enough there yet. In fact, let's block it off completely so that they can't. Can't get to me from up there. Not quite 100% blocked off, but better than nothing. Ugh. coming from? I can hear them, but I can't see them. Oh, okay. Probably time to make a retreat from there. I think there are safer places to be in this world. Definitely safer places to be, and that's because I don't have my hotbar organised and I didn't get to my sword fast enough. Right, time to retreat from that cave. Right, let's go get some obsidian and get an enchantment table on the go. I've got 21 levels of experience. Let's see what that'll give me. And 12 diamonds, so let's see if I can make some diamond tools and enchant them. See what we end up with. I always mine my obsidian, and I always do it by finding a lava pool, throwing water all over it, and then mining it out. And there is a lava pool down here, if I remember correctly. As you can see, I can never resist a bit of coal. So this is how I normally mine obsidian. So I chop out a block, throw some water in the gap, and then carry on chopping away. And even if there's lava underneath, the water protects me. Now then, I've fast forwarded a little bit because I quit out of the game and stopped recording so I could check the recipe for an enchantment table, and when I came back in and made the enchantment table, I forgot to hit record again. So you'll notice that my XP level has gone down from 21 to 5, and this is because I have made an enchantment table, I have surrounded it with books, I made a brand new diamond pick, and I enchanted it, and I got efficiency 2. Not brilliant, but there you go. So I decided to come back to the spider spawner and tidy it up a little bit. If I make the room a little bit smaller, then the spiders have got less space to spawn in, and therefore I'll have more chance of catching them from underneath. There's my enchanted pickaxe in there. So let's just do a little bit of work here on this. Little room here. That looks okay actually. I might even make it a little bit smaller, I don't know yet. Loads and loads of cobble upstairs, didn't bring enough with me, but who cares? Right, let's see if that works any better. I'm going to show you now a little bit about how I go about collecting the sand. I've explored a little bit more off in this other direction, away from the under the lake. Now, what I do is I dig around, I find some sand, and as I dig it out, the water pours in. So I then block it off with some dirt. So that's all there is to it. It's digging, it's getting flooded, it's blocking it off and hoping that you don't get flooded anymore. The only problem with doing it this way is that oftentimes when it floods out, it takes out any torches that I put in. I've decided that all the cows up there making all their noises annoying me, so I'm gonna move them all down here. But yay, let's practice. I said earlier in the previous episode I was going to get some practice in with the bow and arrow. So I started just digging obviously a random tunnel out opposite the wheat farm, and ended up quite high up on this ravine, so I'm going to have to build a floor. I can't be bothered going to find somewhere else to put the cows. I mean, this will do for them. I'll just build a room in here for them to go in. It's just going to be a temporary floor and walls for them, and I'll tidy it all up later on. But I've got to try and build this out without getting... That was close. Without getting killed and knocked off and down into the ravine. If I build a wall out there, right, hang on a minute. Knock him off, right. Let's build a wall. That's it, floor level. They never leave you alone. But they don't appear to be actually hitting with their shots, so I'm just going to leave them. Where's he coming from? Is he... Again, they don't appear to be hitting me, so I'm not overly bothered about where they're coming from. Unless they're coming from up there somewhere. Where are you hiding? Come out, come out. Right, well if I put a ceiling on this place, if he is attacking me from up there, I saw a flash of green down there and thought it was a creeper, and it's not, it's my wheat farm. That's why I did a bit of a double take then. Okay, so after a lot of building and a bit of editing, I now have a large enclosed room in which to put my cattle. So, time to go and get them. Hang on a minute. I'm going back. What am I going back for? I'm looking around. What am I thinking about here? Oh yes, I was worried that even the length of this corridor wasn't going to be long enough to block the sounds of the cows. I wanted to put them away down here so that the noise that they make wouldn't annoy me. So I've decided to just make the entrance corridor a bit longer. Just to keep them all out of the way. So now, I believe, you see what I mean? They're so noisy. They came out of there easily enough, didn't they? Come on, follow me. This should be a doddle. If I can get them down this corridor, that is. I haven't been able to get two at a time before. Last time when I first came to get them, there was only one at a time. Come on, there you go. That's right. And you. There you go. I only need two down here. I can breed loads more from these two. Right. Bing! There we go. Yay! Little baby cow. Right. Let's tidy up this area up here now, because I can start a new farm just from those three down there now. Oh, yes. Right, as you can see, I've done quite a bit of building in this area where the cow farm used to be. It is now a storeroom, and I've got separate chests for pretty much everything. I've got sand, gravel and glass, I've got one for food, I've got one for mob drops, I've got one for cobble, I've got one for stone, I've got one for ores, separate one for coal, one for dirt. So I've got plenty of storage chests, everything neatly organised and labelled, and I've decided to make use of the space that I've got and build myself a little storeroom for a change, instead of having just 3 or 4 random chests scattered about the place. So that'll do for now. Done quite a lot in this episode, and I'll bid you farewell, and I'll see you on the next one. Enjoy!